spend your time up there because of your political game. Okay. You never end up down here, because if you did, you get purged out like usual, you.
Well, that was quite an upset on last week's War of the Worlds, too. And on the line now to tell us all about it is Georgia Harrison herself. Hey, Georgia, how are you?
Hi, I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. You put a really good effort into that last challenge. I didn't even know what was going on, but you're tough and you're brave. On your Instagram stories, you had said, winners aren't assholes, and I need to know who you were specifically referring to.
I mean, a couple of people, I guess, probably just like the main people like Paulie, Cara, Kaylee, Joss. Like, I have sorted it out with a few of them since I got home, but what I basically meant by that is life isn't just about money, it's about doing what you think's right and sort of, I don't know, not hurting people along the way, and people that win in a nasty way aren't really winners in my eyes. They're just assholes.
That's a fair point. That was quite an episode on Wednesday night, and I want to get right into it. You were completely blindsided by teammates Kaylee and Joss, so let's just revisit that moment really quickly.
So for me, I'm going to put in Georgia.
No.
You do this. I've never done anything to you, Joss.
What are you doing?
Joss, I've never done anything to you.
I mean, Britain's turning on Britain. You were so vocal about your feelings in the moment, and rightly so, but having watched the episode back, what do you make of this alliance and numbers things going on this season? Because it's like America versus Britain, but then you also have your alliances within the teams. So what's going on?
I mean, obviously, naturally, people do get their own alliances. We couldn't all just get along, or it wouldn't be that sort of a game. But, you know, if I give someone my word, I trust them. And Joss and Kaylee and everyone honestly said that they'd never throw one of us in. There was no reason to. Like, I was wearing my Ann Summers bra. I didn't even have a sports bra on. I was so shocked. And I just felt like, fair enough, it was a numbers game, but we were so close to the final at this point. I think it starts off a numbers game, it starts off friends, but then in this sort of a format of a game, when you're closing into the final, you want to think, you know what, I want to keep the strongest people in, because I don't know what sort of a challenge it's going to be. There could be a purge, there could be anything, and at this point, I need our team to be stronger, and I thought we was all on that page, but I was obviously wrong.
I mean, I agree with you completely. I have a few fan questions for you, actually. Your fan at Wreaks Havoc wants to know, what are your feelings about Kaylee and Cara Maria now that the game is over? Have you forgiven them since this moment? At the end of the day, you know, it is a game. Everyone's trying to win. Social games matter. But what do you think?
I mean, for me, when I first came out, honestly, I didn't want to speak or see any of them again, because for the time that I was on there, they were just so negative and it did really get me down. But I've seen Kaylee since, and she sort of gave me an olive branch. Me and her spoke, and she said to me, you know, it is just a game, and I hope we can get along in real life. So me and her do actually speak now. However, Cara, I don't speak to. I didn't speak to at all at the reunion. I think that's mainly down to Paulie and just to her nature, really. She didn't make an effort to apologise or speak to me. She just still wanted to sort of put me down.
Another fan of yours, at Glenda Maria DA, is asking, do you wish you would have switched teams when you had the chance?
I can't explain how frustrated I am that I didn't switch teams. It's got to the point where I have to put it out of my mind, because I don't know why we didn't, but to be honest, everyone on the Americans, even the people that we get along with, said don't switch teams, it's a bad move. It wasn't until after we made the decision, they was like, why didn't you switch teams? But in my eyes, I didn't see the alliances enough to be confident that switching was the right idea. And I didn't just want to leave Jenny. I know it sounds silly, but she was my girl.
No, it makes sense. I mean, Jenny's also wildly tough and buff, and I would want to stick with her too. And you need a Brit on your side. I actually want to go back to the beginning of the episode, which showed Turbo unraveling. Let's watch that.
As soon as security steps in, Turbo turns into a real tough guy. I've seen this before, Turbo. It's called tough guy syndrome.
I mean, I know that Jordan egged him on, but what were you thinking in the moment when all of this went down?
I wanted to do my best to defuse the situation. I mean, always within the challenge house, I know, and like that was quite scary, and Turbo was at, you know, full pelt going mad. But I've got a lot of faith in the security guards in the house that no one would ever get hurt. But I was just frustrated because knowing them both as friends, I feel like they're very similar individuals. And if it wasn't for the language barrier and, you know, other cast members getting involved and trying to make things worse than they are, I think they could both really get along. It's just they haven't had the chance to see each other for what they really are.
If they went up against each other, like in the final challenge, like who do you think would win?
I couldn't tell you because, you know, I done my first season with Turbo and I feel like he's unbeatable. And then you meet Jordan and it's like the guy can just achieve absolutely anything. So I actually don't know which one I could choose, but I would be pretty scared. It would be a long elimination. It
would be long, and a lot of emotions were running through this. But following this outburst, Turbo was ultimately asked to leave. And then the next day, Team UK finally pulled off a big win. Was this a coincidence, do you think?
I think it was a coincidence. And I think, I don't know, a lot of the games, there were certain aspects where it was hard for us because as a team, we were lesser. In this particular elimination, it was completely one-on-one, and only certain amount of people were allowed to play. So I think that evened it out, and we were all just so desperate to win. Although if Turbo was there, he is very good at wrestling, so it could have made a difference.
I mean, he's beyond tough. And without Turbo on the American side and UK having gained the first turncoat of the season, Tori, do you think we'll see the Brits winning more challenges moving forward now?
100%. I think the Brits are really starting to even out against the Americans. I think their team's getting stacked. Tori's unbelievable. Unfortunately, Jordan's not there, but, you know, you never know. There's a lot of talk of him switching too. If he was to do that, I think they would just be unstoppable. And at the same time, you know, Team US, they do have some weak links. And as the weak links on UK start to disappear, the weak links on US are becoming, you know, stronger than the ones on Team UK.
Well, as you know, it's all about numbers. Do you think that Tori can work with Theo and Jenny and finally overpowering the numbers working with Cara and Pauly?
No, like I just don't know if it's ever possible to beat their numbers. And what's so annoying is it's like, you know, it was a numbers game, but now Team UK, you need to look at this and think, Pauly and Cara, they want to win this final. They want to make your team smaller. If they work together and they just throw out the weak links, which, no offence, right now is Kaylee, then they've got a very good chance of winning this.
Well, Killer Cam chatted us with 2 weeks ago, and she actually has a question for you. It's time for another rendition of Just Between Us. Let's watch.
Hey, what up? It's Cam. Just Between Us. Who is the best female competitor in challenge history?
That's a good question, Georgia.
It's hard for me because I haven't seen a lot of previous competitors, but out of the ones I've met, out of the females, 100% Tori. I think she's an absolute beast. She's got the heart, but not just that, like, she doesn't play a scared game. She plays to win and she's not scared to play.
Do you see yourself competing again on the challenge and come back and take the money?
Listen, if I get a chance to come back on the challenge, I definitely will. And I'll tell you now, I'm training an unbelievable amount. So, yeah, I will win one day. I just don't know when.
Before I let you go, I have to know about your showmances between Josh and Bear. I need to know what you find attractive about Bear. And I need to know if your liking of Josh is actually real, or you just kind of playing that to gain an ally in this game.
So with Bear, I can't help it. He's just so funny. Like, me and him have got exactly the same sense of humour. I love it when he winds me up. I love it when he winds other people up. I just can't help but love his personality, which unfortunately also has a bad side when it comes to women. But I'll always be Bear's biggest fan, no matter how much of he is to me. And with Josh, I don't need to flirt with Josh for him to be my ally. You know, whether me and him had a romantic relationship or not, he had my back through and through. I don't know, there's something I really love about Josh as well. He's very different to Bear, but me and him just connect on a different level. He's like my best friend, and then when we get drunk, I just end up sucking his face off.
That makes sense. I get it now. I could see the showmance between you and Bear actually happening outside. Georgia, it was so good chatting with you. Good luck.